If you know Florida, you'd know that there are not many sights that would be out of place there. However, this footage of a man fleeing for his life from a neighbor attempting to run him over with a tractor is not your everyday occurrence. Apparently, the two had been arguing over property when the older man, 72-year-old Hal Morris, began driving aggressively toward his neighbor in an attempt to run him down. Though the neighbor was not harmed, Morris was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. This video is pure comedy and likely occurred 100% by accident. A man is lighting a bottle rocket and even appears to be handling the firework responsibly. However, the moment he lights the fuse, the rocket goes screaming into his neighbor's open bedroom window where it quickly explodes. It's a 1,000,000-to-1 shot, but let's hope that it didn't hit anyone or start a fire. Drunk drivers are a huge problem, but when they live right next to you, it can be even more problematic. This footage shows someone in the middle of the night slamming into an oncoming car and then speeding off. Looks like the guy wasn't excited about stopping and exchanging insurance information, even though the injured party did the right thing and pulled into a parking spot. Hopefully, the footage from this ring camera will help the cops find the perpetrator. If you live in an apartment and are not on the top floor, this footage should feel very familiar. Apparently, the person filming says that their upstairs neighbor always accuses them of knocking on the ceiling. I guess this is their idea of revenge. This person is stomping so hard you can literally hear the light fixtures rattling. They also slam some doors for good measure. Sounds like a very peaceful place to live. Unless you're actually living there, that is. If you're going to knock on your apartment neighbor's wall in the hopes that they'll knock back, make sure you pay attention to your art collection. This woman has some pretty nice stuff hanging on her wall and seems to enjoy playing the knock-knock game at first.
Oh my god! My fish! Dayton!
However, when the neighbor returns the favor, it knocks one of her frames off the wall and shatters her fish tank, forcing her to panic to save her pets before they run out of water. Remember, always think before you knock.
Like,
before he does something.
No.
You're not touching
You're
this
not
fucking
touching this
thing.
cat.
You've got issues, man. How dare you do that to a living creature?
Up until now, it's been mostly fun and games, but this next video shows some serial killer shit. Apparently, this man has been trapping his neighbor's cats on his property and drowning them, which is really despicable behavior. He claims they've been going after his dog, but what exactly are these tiny little kitties going to do to a full-grown dog?
Look at him. You want me to put you in a bucket of water?
No.
I'm just
Well?
absolutely...
Well, hey,
Well,
all they come in is they go after my dog.
That dog.
That dog.
Yeah, you killed my cats. Remember
I
that?
didn't kill your cat.
Okay, what is this? What the is
different.
this? Congratulations, buddy. You are going to be famous.
The neighbor with the camera is right when he says he's going to make this creep famous. I hope he got hit with an animal cruelty charge. I'd love to tell you that this will be the first and last video involving dog poop, but I simply can't make that promise. Here, you can see a woman in her pajamas cleaning up after her dog uses the bathroom on her porch and then simply throwing the poop off the balcony.
Into this apartment complex a couple of months ago, and my neighbors across the way from us let their dogs just poop on the balcony instead of walking them. And instead of throwing the poop away, they just throw it off the balcony.
This is some really disturbing behavior, especially when you consider just how long she's been letting her animal do this. Judging by the looks of that porch, it's been years.
It's disgusting. I don't even know, I don't know what to do. Do we not do anything? It was so gross.
Cutting down another person's plants is bad enough, but cutting down an entire tree is almost guaranteed to cause some problems in your neighborhood. Luckily, this individual only ended up hurting himself, or rather, his house. They clearly took zero precautions when preparing to cut down this tree, which is why it ended up landing directly on the roof. There's not even any indication they intended to have it land anywhere else.
There's no stopping it now, Chief.
If you see palm trees in the US, you're either in California or the South. Judging from the accents and the fact that these people lit their tree ablaze with fireworks, my money is on the South. The odd part is that these folks were clearly ready to just sit back and watch the tree collapse rather than do anything until a helpful neighbor came over with the hose.
There's not much to it.
Oh my God.
Trees on fire.
Yeah.
You can see it out front. Yeah, the neighbors come along running
Spraying the tree.
They're lucky the fire didn't spread any further because one garden hose can't save the entire neighborhood.
Y'all are up. What the hell is wrong with y'all?
I didn't know where the hose was.
I've never
where the hose was.
palm trees on fire on TV.
Unfortunately, not every neighborhood shooting ends well. In fact, most end just like this. The footage shows a man standing in the street next to his white truck. When a red truck pulls past him, he yells at them to slow down. For whatever reason, the person driving decides to back up and confront the person. This quickly escalates into an argument, which can't be heard over the street noise. Before long, the man in the white truck pulls a weapon and shoots the unarmed driver dead. But this incident isn't quite over yet. Body cam footage shows police responding to the incident. The shooter, Joseph Gonzalez, actually called them himself and claimed that he, in fact, is the victim. The police were extremely polite, as is the shooter, who claims he needs to call his lawyer.
Why am I getting put on the car anyway?
Just so you're not standing over there, we're gonna talk to other people, see if they saw anything.
There was no one here but me. I think if anyone has anything, Mr. Saul has a camera there. I'm pretty sure he saw some motion and he'll probably be able to see everything on that camera.
I'll turn
I
the
could
air
call him
on
and get this up.
yeah, I'll turn the air on and then.
Can I put these in front, being that I'm just being detained, so I can use my phone? Because I gotta call my lawyer.
However, after several minutes, he starts to get argumentative about the fact that he cannot have his phone. It's later determined that he shot the victim in the back, leading to him being charged with first-degree murder.
Give me my phone, please. I need to call my lawyer.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, but I can't have you have your phone right now.
I don't allow you to have my property. I'm not arrested. You get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but I'm not gonna give you your phone at this time, okay?
I took it out of my pocket so I didn't break it.
Okay, but I'm not gonna give you your phone at this
Where's
time,
your
okay?
lieutenant?
I'm
Give me
sure
your
they're
lieutenant.
both coming.
Can you call your lieutenant because I know him? Please?
Okay,
Because
but
I'm
can
not
you sit in
arrested.
there?
I would, but give me my phone.
It's an interesting thing about enclosed spaces and explosions. They don't go together well. So, when a man decided to use explosive material to try to blow up an anthill, he got a lot more than he bargained for. Specifically, he got to watch as his entire yard was turned inside out. This has to be one of the dumbest ways to lose the Yard of the Year award, but at least the ants are probably gone. Every neighborhood has a Karen. In most cases, she's bossy, nosy, and always ready to start a fight, especially if she's wrong. This video was shot by a woman who had just moved into a new apartment and wakes up to hear two women fighting. The more Karen of the two then decides to tell the other woman to go back to Jamaica.
Go back to Jamaica where you came from. Where you come from?
That's really racist. You shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that.
What?
You shouldn't tell her to go back to a different country.
You don't know
That's
nothing
racist.
about what's going on.
Yeah, but that seems kind of racist to me.
Well, you should have heard what her voice called me.
That's when the girl filming speaks up. She calls Karen a racist and, after getting threatened, says she is more than happy to take Karen in a fair fight. It's too bad the filming stopped before she did.
I know, but you shouldn't tell her to go back to
You need
Jamaica.
to stop and mind your own business.
No, I'm recording it because you sound kind of racist and it's annoying.
I'm not racist.
You sound like it.
She is a racist. No, I'm not.
Well, you gotta watch what you say.
You just moved in.
I know, and you're disturbing me.
You know what? You brought them down. You brought them down. You brought them.
Lady, you don't want to do that with me. Like, I will literally have your ass all over this yard. You don't want to try me with that.
You think you're going to scare me?
You're not going to threaten me.
This footage shows some angry neighbors attempting to sabotage a new retaining wall being built next to the driveway. Apparently, the way they've decided to deal with this problem is to run their hose and attempt to sweep water into cracks.
Move water. Can you stop raining? Can you stop raining? Move water. Stop raining. Tina. Move water. Fresh water.
There's a pretty big language barrier here, and it looks like both sides are filming.
Oh, you're breaking our wall.
But you're not breaking the wall. But you're not breaking the wall.
However, eventually, the wall builders attempt to intervene by grabbing the hose, leading to a hilarious water fight and, as expected, the wall being kicked down.
You are sick. You are sick. Go to hospital. Go to the hospital.
As we've seen, neighbors can get mad for all sorts of reasons. Some make sense if you think about it, others, not so much. This one falls in the latter category. The doorbell footage shows a woman ringing an apartment doorbell and complaining that the doormat has the F word written on it.
How can I help you?
Look, I'm not trying to be ugly, and I'm not trying to cause any scene with you whatsoever. We live in a family environment here. I have children here too. To me, having the F word on your doormat is not respectful of anyone that lives here.
And it's not respectful of you to touch my property. It's not bothering anybody. I have my neighbors across the hall.
I'll pay you for your mat. I will pay you for your mat, but get that out of here. I don't know what made you change it to something so ugly as that, but I'm not gonna. No, that's not the environment.
I've heard you stand in front of my Ring doorbell and talk about me, which was inappropriate of you. When you know.
What did I say about you? I haven't said anything about
Ma'am, you can lie to Jesus Christ if you feel that is the truth.
Apparently, this isn't the first time the two have had an altercation because it quickly gets personal.
So please, you could just move away from my door. Do not touch anything. You have been reported to the office. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Luckily, the man inside the apartment doesn't even bother to open the door.
מה זה? יש פה בטון? מה יש פה? ברזל או משהו?
You know that neighbor of yours who is always cutting and nailing into the wall? Well, why not show them this? The footage features a man accidentally striking a water pipe, yet, for some reason, continuing to cut. This causes water to spray all over the home as his children scream. Finally, whoever the man is yelling at takes the hand and finds the main water valve, letting the family walk away with minimal damage. Few things are more annoying than someone who won't stop revving their engine, whether it's motorcycles or cars. Fortunately, this person learned a big lesson about what happens when you rev your engine for too long.
It's been going for 10 minutes.
After hours of annoying his neighbors, the car begins to smoke. Seconds later, the car catches fire and sparks begin shooting out of the exhaust. For some reason, the man keeps on revving despite his entire car being ablaze. The good news? He finally stopped. The bad news? The car is soon completely engulfed, damaging both the cars next to it as well as others' property. Nobody was hurt, but really, why would anyone do that?
That shit's gonna explode. I feel like we need to back the fuck up, dude.
My car's safe. Oh, here comes the cops.
I understand that, but you're trespassing. You're threatening me with a weapon, climbing a wall. Yeah, I have you.
Anybody.
I have you on camera, and I have you.
I'm not threatening you. I'm gonna go over and cut that.
While I wouldn't put them in nearly the same category as cats, it's true that plants are indeed living things. However, this crazy neighbor seems to be taking their plant issues a bit further than necessary. Footage shows the woman climbing up her neighbor's wall with a saw while the neighbor casually films her. Apparently, she wants to cut a plant in the neighbor's yard, but she soon escalates to wanting to blow up the entire home.
Is this your plant? Is this your property? No, it's not. It would be against the law for you to climb that wall and to cut these plants.
I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna have to blow up the goddamn place.
Okay, now you're threatening to blow up the goddamn place? I'm calling the cops, Diane.
You goddamn.
You too, Diane. Have a good day. I'm gonna send this to the city and send this to the police department. Have a good evening.
Good.
Good. Have a good night.
After hurling obscenities, she decides to climb back down. However, the neighbor makes it very clear that he's calling the police.
Diane, all you had to do was ask me for their number. I would have given it to you.
Then give me another number.
Okay, I will. But what incentive
answer.
do I have to give it to you now that you've treated me like this? I have no incentive to give you any positive politeness at all, do I? You were nothing but rude and belligerent. Have a good day, ma'am.
Guess this isn't the first time Diane's made serious threats. Unfortunately, she probably has a serious mental problem.
Just wanting to say, I want to clear my name.
That's fine.
I know I won.
Okay, yeah. You need to get out of my house.
420.27, 420.27 Club.
I'm not
And
playing.
it was a $400 house cleaning
Lady,
fee.
get out of my fucking house.
Yeah!
Lady.
This video makes it really hard to tell what the heck is going on. However, it's clear that this is not the first time these two have interacted. The footage starts with a man restraining a woman and telling her to get out of his house. She starts screaming about winning something and demanding that the man talk to her.
Okay, yeah, go.
No, you're going to talk to me more.
I'm not gonna talk about anything. You need to get out of my house.
Are they right there? Are
Yeah,
they right
sure,
there?
whatever. Get out of my
Oh
house.
my God, it's okay. You can give them to me.
Lady, get
I'm
out
not-
of my house.
I'm not.
You're.
I'm not.
Dude, get out of my
I'm
house.
sorry, but
Hey, I'm not bullshitting. Leave my stuff alone.
She even attempts to go through the man's stuff while another man comes to pull her out of the apartment. It seems this woman, too, is suffering from something pretty serious.
that's ours.
Get out of my
That's
fucking
Honey! Honey! It goes!
It's a fake
Yes,
picture.
it is!
It's a fake
Yes, it
picture.
is.
You
No,
want it, you
it's
can have
not.
it.
He got it and it's broken!
You just f***ing broke it.
Oh my God!
You're gonna cut yourself.
You believe me, Coach! Believe me now! Believe me
You're
right
gonna
now!
cut yourself.
Please don't! Please believe me! Oh my God!
You're gonna cut yourself.
I'm gonna take this knife in.
The man she's bothering is at least kind enough to worry about her getting cut. Whatever happened after the camera shut off, I hope this guy moved.
It's yours.
It's fake!
No, it's not.
It's
Get
fake!
out of my house. You're gonna fucking cut yourself.
Fake! It's fake!
Okay, get
I
the
know
fuck out of my
it's
house.
fake! I know it's fake! Coffee! You are such an idiot right now and you don't even know it. 420!
Hey, you need to get out of my fucking house.
420! 27 Club! And all because I'm an advocate for recreational use of cannabis!
Get the out of my house.
Adults!
Bro.
She is on her property, is what she's saying. And that's what she want to trespass from.
From this property, yeah.
Okay, and he pointed a gun at you?
Yeah. When I turned down the road right there, I seen him. He was a black handgun.
Hold on, let me get
Where it come from, I have no idea.
Trailer parks don't have the best reputations. However, this man and his shenanigans take trailer trash to a whole new level. The footage starts with police speaking to a man who says one of his neighbors pointed a handgun at him. At this point, the officer comes and speaks to a man named James, who appears to be the subject of the complaint.
You pointed a pellet gun at somebody?
I ain't pointing a pellet gun at nobody yet.
Where's that? Where your pellet gun at?
I got to put it up.
Where?
Right back there in my stuff.
Where your stuff?
Right back there where everything is.
You know you can't stay in the shed right here, don't you?
I got a kennel made out of that.
A who?
I already painted everything, making it look nice and everything, in this little hole right here.
What are you out here cussing and screaming about?
She's doing that, bro.
No, I heard you screaming, bro, when I pulled up.
Okay, it's me, always me, bro.
No, I heard you screaming when I pulled up. What's going on?
What y'all arrest me for, bro?
Do what?
What y'all arresting me?
I'm talking to you right now. I might arrest you. I'm just trying to talk to you.
For real, G?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to you. Tell me what's going on, man.
James says he doesn't have a gun, but that he is ready to use one if he has to. The man seems highly agitated and claims the neighbor is, in fact, harassing him.
Leave me alone, man.
So that you out here screaming and you can't be.
She does that goddamn whole cost.
Well, you got a pellet gun out here. Where it's at?
You ain't getting my pellet gun out.
You ain't been pointing at nobody. If you point a pellet gun at somebody, you going to jail.
Legal, bro. I gotta kill rats with because they dogs. They killing my goddamn dogs. So what they just give up all my shit?
That's gonna get you killed. Well, it's gonna get you right here.
So you gonna take that from me too?
Turn around.
I just paid $100 for it.
Turn around.
Why?
You going to jail.
For what?
For pulling a damn pellet gun, pointing at somebody. And you out here screaming and making.
Bro.
You out here screaming, making a racket, you going to jail.
I ain't done that, bro.
Turn around.
Come on, my dogs is right there, G.
Turn around.
Let me do my dogs first.
What you gonna do with your dogs?
I'm gonna do something with them. I'm gonna find somebody to take care of them.
You got nobody to take care of them?
No, I don't, G. I ain't got nobody to take care of my dogs, man. Know what I mean? I don't, bro.
It's soon revealed that the gun is just a pellet gun. The officer then attempts to place the man under arrest for threatening his neighbor and public intoxication. The officer is also nice enough to let James put his dogs inside the house despite the man giving him problems the entire time.
Stay away from me. I'm telling you. I wish you a horrible death.
This footage doesn't need much explanation, though you might need a few seconds to collect yourself after watching it. It's very clear security camera footage of someone's neighbor defecating on their lawn. There's no way of knowing what started it or what happened afterwards, but after seeing this, I am firmly on the side of the homeowner. Here's footage of someone who is about to steal a neighbor's package and then notices she's being filmed. As fast as this footage is, the look on the girl's face when she realizes that there's a doorbell camera is priceless. Hopefully, she learned a lesson about not taking other people's things, but let's be serious. She probably just went to the next building. Shame on her.
Help me, please.
Do you want to hurt them at all?
No! No! I just don't want them to hurt me.
Okay. Stay in your home.
No! I'm nobody's...
This footage from Columbus, Ohio will have you wishing everyone involved was arrested. The body cam video shows police arriving to a dispute between two neighbors, where one had used pepper spray on the other.
We have an issue going on. I am in the process. I went.
All right, I'll come talk to you second. Tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
We have an issue. back and forth. It's been going on for weeks, and it's just been escalating. I went down to court yesterday. They didn't give me an emergency order for whatever because we're neighbors, and that's not what it's for. He's not like touched me or anything, but he says vulgar things every time we're outside or I'm outside. My family's here from Texas. They got here on the 27th, and this has all just escalated since my family got here. You know, he wants to see his green card. He just goes on and on and on.
Okay.
And it's all verbal, but our property lines, and I did walk to the edge of the property when he maced me. You know, I dared him to mace me, so I guess it's partly my fault. But I'm sick of listening to him. I do my best to keep my cool, not let it get to me. If this is going on and it's getting worse and worse and worse, we have a hearing on the 27th to present whatever evidence and see if there's how that goes. But I can't afford to move anywhere. You know, I just can't.
Though no footage of the attack occurs, the officers soon determine that the aggressor may be suffering from a mental illness. They first speak to a man who says the neighbors have been harassing him, his wife, and his guests. It seems that they aren't lying, as the neighbor continues shouting the entire time the police are there.
Was that officer?
Well, we're just trying to figure out the best process to follow up on this.
No, they came at me.
Okay.
So did you find it? What was your first name? I'm sorry. Dylan.
What's your last name? I'll come closer so you don't have to holler.
Oh man.
Well, we're
It's
gonna
all focus on me. I don't even have it on.
Oh, that's not good.
Hey, Dylan, what's your social?
I'm not giving that to
What's your birthday?
officer.
Okay.
When I'm trying to get help, I weigh 103
What
pounds.
kind of help do you need?
Protection from them.
I know, but if you stay in your house,
from
you'll be
them,
fine.
Then I'm not gonna stay in my house. Like I own this house.
Mm-hmm.
I own this house.
Okay. Well,
my house. If I want to go sit in my front yard, I will.
Okay. If they
Thank
want
you very
to, they
much.
can sit in their front yard too.
I'm not gonna sit in their front yard.
No,
Thank you.
they can sit in their front yard.
Yeah, but if they talk shit to me, well,
Hey,
they don't have.
Dylan,
I don't have that
Dylan.
shit. I don't. Excuse me, I'm
No,
talking.
I was talking. You interrupted me.
As they speak to him, it becomes obvious that the man is also very uncooperative and not very stable. The police eventually decide that mental health assistance is the best choice.
Let's get a video. We'll take a picture of you too.
Dude, we got my first Karen.
Picture of you too.
Literally walked into my house.
I know I'm walking to your house.
Say what you want about that last girl, but at least she stayed outside the house. This Karen clearly did not get the memo on that one. The footage shows a man descending the stairs of his own property to find a woman filming him. According to the woman, she had tried knocking several times, but because of the rooftop concert the homeowner was throwing, they didn't hear her.
I'm going to report you. I'm now going to report this to the owner because this is too much. You guys do this all the time.
Feel free.
So if you don't want people to come in, don't write entrance.
Why do you hate
We're
music so
top third
much?
floor. Because you guys have been doing this all the time.
Hey, you know, you could have just knocked on the door, ring the doorbell, we would have turned it
Oh,
on.
no. We did. You guys didn't hear it.
And that was the direction you chose to take us. Thank you.
It is
Have a
the
great
direction
night.
you chose to take it.
What's your name? Which house is yours, Miss Trespasser?
And while it's true that making a lot of noise is not nice to your neighbors, trespassing is not the best way to handle it. Luckily, the victims were able to film her license plates and potentially get the police involved.
Let's see.
Got him.
After seeing all this malicious behavior, it's kind of nice to see a person simply making a mistake once in a while. That's what happened when this man went out on a bender and attempted to try to get into his neighbor's home, thinking it was his. After realizing his mistake, the man attempts to go to the correct house but instead falls off the porch, face planting in the yard. Let's hope he didn't drive there. Every once in a while, a doorbell or security camera catches the right moment in time to generate some shocking footage. In this short video, a woman is outside on her porch when a large explosion takes place. Apparently, she thinks the house next door exploded, but in reality, you can just barely make out a flash of lightning strike her neighbor's tree, which is what caused the insane explosion. Though she wasn't hurt, the real hero of this video is the cat, who appears to have responded instantly to go search for survivors.
Hey, said they were all here, but they weren't. No! That tree right there was my tree, and you guys cut it the down. I don't know, I would have thought somebody would have come over and talked about the tree that was on my line.
We've seen before how property lines, or the lack thereof, can cause major problems between neighbors. In this case, a man comes home from work to find out that his neighbors have been removing trees and swears that one of them was his.
Well, yeah. I know you guys didn't do it intentional, but now I have to look at this for the next 20 years.
However, the landscapers are quick to point out that the yard is staked and that the tree is not on his line. It seems the man is just upset that he has to look at his neighbor's lawn for the next few decades.
And that's not even on his line. I can see the stake right there. He's just mad because we cut all the other ones down. That's gonna make some really good footage though. I got that all on GoPro.
Oh. Is your garage down here? No, I'm up. Okay. Do you have e-bikes in there? No. That's a lie, bro. Give us the e-bike back you stole last time. We saw you take it, so give it to us. Right now!
Theft is a big problem in neighborhoods of all sizes and types, but generally, if you're going to steal, you should at least put the item you stole somewhere that the original owner won't see it. This person did not get that advice. The footage shows angry neighbors confronting a man after they saw him steal their e-bike. The man is surprisingly calm despite the anger coming at him, but he eventually opens the door and allows the people to take their bike back. To add insult to injury, the thief tries to act tough as they walk away as if they were robbing him.
This is what my neighbor does every day. Pick up poop and throw it in the alley.
Here's another bad neighbor who has their own unique way of dealing with dog poop. In this case, the woman lives next to an alley, and her solution for getting rid of the offending dog doo-doo is to pick it up and simply throw it over her fence. Out of sight, out of mind, out of smell. Right? But if you're already picking it up, why not just put it in the trash? At first, it looks like this tree felling gone wrong won't be as big a deal. That is, of course, until the entire building collapses as if it were made out of a team of termites holding hands. You almost have to wonder if this is deliberate based on the way the person holding the camera laughs afterwards. Whatever the case, someone is going to be needing a lawyer very soon. Okay, it's nearly impossible to tell what's actually happening here, but I've watched this video about 40 times and can't stop laughing. It seems like the first person just walked into their neighbor's yard to let off some gas. However, after realizing they're being filmed, they attempt to run away. Only to trip over a misplaced shovel. Moments later, a man chases after him, only to end up slipping and falling as well. It's like something out of Tom and Jerry. Let's hope they submit more.
Shit.
Are you serious?
Sí. ¿Es tuyo el gato? Sí, es mío. ¿Por qué no lo tenés en tu casa?
I don't know what the Spanish equivalent of a Karen is, but this lady certainly fits the bill. Apparently, the woman claims that her neighbor's cat is a wild animal and can't be in society. The woman with the camera says that she's crazy and she shouldn't be allowed in society. It's at this point that Karina pulls out a pellet gun and starts shooting.
No puede estar en sociedad. Usted está loca de la cabeza. Tamara, por favor, vení para acá. Déjame no grabando, está loca. No, señor. Vení para acá, Tamara.
Fortunately, the camera woman has some quick reflexes and deflects the shots. Hopefully, the cat stuck around, even after all that noise.
Tamara, ¿me haces el favor? Por favor, vení. ¿Venís? Vení, Tamara. Por favor. Pero por favor.
Nobody is arguing that fireworks aren't fun. From the US to Asia, fireworks have a long-standing tradition. However, this particular bad neighbor is not the type to take proper precautions, as evidenced by this. Imagine sitting on your porch with your family and nearly getting incinerated by a firework because your neighbor is too lazy to be safe. I'm sure these two dads had a good talk after this incident. Fences. They exist to separate two properties from one another. That being the case, you'd think people would respect them, but that's not always the case. In 2022, police responded to two 911 calls. One was from a man who said his neighbor was tearing down his fence. Another was from that same neighbor who said the man who called earlier had just shot at her.
That's a man tearing down my fence. I'm pissed.
Okay, well, hang on a second. I gotta check your weapons because we got another call that a neighbor got shot at. What's his address?
I don't know. He's the next door neighbor right there.
Is he right over there?
Yeah, I see him on the
he's
porch.
taking the fence down now.
Okay,
that
well,
was me shooting. I shot up my pipeline. I was just pissed.
So you're the one that shot?
I shot every single round. Shot at him.
All right.
And I put the gun up.
Where's the fence that he's tearing down?
Police arrived and met the man who just charged the weapon, and he claims he never aimed the gun at the neighbor. After several minutes of walking, they discover the man who was tearing down the fence.
All the way up. Tried to cut it all down.
What was he using to tear it down with?
Tractor, some snips.
You, Stacy? Come here. What's going on with tearing the fence down? Okay, whose fence is it?
Fence was here when I bought the property, and he bought after I did. But it was already here.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. The fence line belongs to whoever the property line belongs to.
Fence line belongs to his property line?
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
So, but if it doesn't belong to you, that means you created criminal mischief.
No, it's on me. It's on my property line.
Okay.
He and I had an argument about this before, and I had survey stakes somewhere.
Do you have surveys?
I had it surveyed.
He claims the fence is on his property and has every right to destroy it. It's a classic he said. But by far, the best part is the cops having to tell the first guy he can't shoot his neighbor just for messing with a fence.
What we can do right now is we can file a report, we can turn it to the prosecutors. But he's also saying that you came down here and shot at him with the gun too. Okay?
I told him, I'd catch you on here, you're dead, man. Just because I'm sick of this.
Okay, so I mean, you're already making this statement. You already admitted to having a firearm. You already admitted to shooting.
Yes.
So I mean, which one should I arrest more on him? Him trespassing, or you already making a threat on his life?
Dude, shut the
We've already seen what over-revving can do to a car. Now here are a few bad neighbors riding motorcycles and hobby bikes with what seems to be the goal of making as much noise as possible. As the neighbor films and screams at the men to shut up, the motorcycle erupts into flames, causing both men to panic. The poor guy filming clearly has to deal with a lot, so he definitely deserved this laugh.
Hey.
I live next door. I've got problems with the Wi-Fi.
Okay, so why are you here to me?
Well, it's your Wi-Fi, isn't it? Have you done so?
Okay, but I've not got a problem with my Wi-Fi.
Well, I've got problems with your Wi-Fi. You've put a password on it.
Here's one you don't see every day. A kindly old British man who likely isn't the most tech-savvy individual on the planet rings his neighbor's bell to tell him he's been having issues with the Wi-Fi. However, after a few moments of conversation, it becomes apparent he's talking about the neighbor's Wi-Fi, which he has apparently been using for free. He claims it's unfair that the neighbors have put a password on their Wi-Fi, which means he can't use it.
Look, how long have I been here now? I've been here 2 years. I've happily used the Wi-Fi, and now I see that you've put a password on it, and I can't use it. I think you're being unreasonable.
Sorry, what? Sorry, wait, what? What did you say?
Look, it's very simple. You have Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I've been happily using your Wi-Fi now for a couple of years, and all of a sudden you put a password on it, and I've got no access. I tell you what, you let me have your password, and that's the end of the problem.
Yeah, but hold a minute. You've been using my Wi-Fi.
Well, I don't know how much of your Wi-Fi it is. I mean, it's a signal, isn't it? Right? Well, the signal doesn't remain just within your four walls. So what comes out here is public. It's on public property, right? It's public. So I can use the signal.
Okay, but now you can't because I put a password on it.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right.
It's one of the best examples of just not getting it in recent memory because the man keeps insisting that he should be allowed to use it for free.
So, look, there's two things we can do. One is, and I think the easiest thing is, let me have your password. Or, of course, you can always remove your password. I mean, it's just pretty easy, really. Simple as that.
Please do.
You try to hit me with your car? Where are you gonna go now, huh?
Right off the bat, we're missing some serious context to this video, but you can see a very upset woman claiming that the person filming, and presumably driving, tried to hit her with their car. She continues to block the car with her body while a man honks repeatedly.
Bye-bye.
Hey! You don't hit my car!
However, when she finally breaks down and hits the car, the screen goes blank. Let's hope the cops got there before the altercation escalated.
Kid, bro.
I don't give a f. You have responsibility, right? You're in a car, right? Right?
Yes.
If I punch you dead in your face, how would that feel?
Not good.
So why the f would you do that to other people's property?
I'm sorry.
Listen, respect people's property.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You understand?
Yes.
Here's another car-related freakout, this time over some kids driving around and shooting cars with a water gun. But the reveal at the end of this video is priceless. It starts with what sounds like a script reading for a bad Sopranos episode as these Staten Islanders argue and curse back and forth. Finally, the driver of the assaulted vehicle breaks the water gun, and the driver demands that he pay for it.
I gotta explain what the f you did wrong just now?
Dude, we saw a water gun.
Okay, it don't matter. You don't do that to other people's property.
It literally does nothing to you, bro.
So why do it?
You're right.
Okay, it does nothing.
Right.
Why do it?
He's right.
Okay.
Huh? Yo!
Oh, yo!
Yo, what?
Pay for that. Pay for that. Pay for that.
What the do to my car?
Okay, what the there's no damage.
So what? So sue me. You got my information.
All right, give me it. Give me your information. Give me your information.
You got my information.
Okay, go, Rob, go get it. Go record it, bro. Go record it. Send me a great example for your kids, man.
As they pan the video to get the driver's information, it's revealed that he's driving a pink bus that acts as a mobile nail salon for girls from ages 4 to 12. Let's hope they have the music playing nice and loud to keep the girls from learning some new words.
Right in front of our camera and started breaking out pieces of something in a bag and just tossing it.
I can't believe we have to say this again. Do not mess with people's pets. This footage from Alexandria, Virginia, shows a very nasty neighbor being caught on home security throwing chunks of ground meat into their fenced-in yard. After getting the meat tested, the homeowners found that it contained rat poison.
The cop said, well, let me call animal control and see if maybe they can get it tested. And animal control came and took it, like Monday evening. And Wednesday afternoon, they called and said that it was rat poisoning.
Luckily, the dogs didn't eat the meat. However, this also means that the attempted dog killers didn't get much of a punishment. What is up with people stealing things from people's front doors? It's almost like an epidemic at this point. Here's ring camera footage of a woman simply strolling up to her neighbor's door and taking a wreath off of it. The weirdest part is that there's virtually no reason why that wreath would be upsetting or offensive to her. She clearly just wanted it, and so she took it. How she didn't notice the camera that captured her every move is just as big of a mystery as why she would do this in the first place.
There's a little black woman walking and spraying stuff on the sidewalks and trees.
In what might be one of the most heartbreaking videos in the past few years, a nosy neighbor decided to call the police on a young black girl who was spraying trees in her neighborhood.
I don't know what the hell she's doing. It scares me, though.
But here's the thing. She was actually spraying spotted lanternflies, a dangerous invasive species she had learned about in school.
What's that? Oh, what are you using to sponsor? You're trying to catch him?
The poor girl was probably terrified. Fortunately, the police officer did a really good job of reassuring her and her mom,
Someone just called in and said that she was alone spraying something on the grass.
She's catching the...
I see that.
You're so Gordon with the thank you.
Oh, you know Gordon?
Just really foul.
Yeah.
She not live across the street from me.
and I thought, wow, she's doing a school project.
Yeah, somebody else helped her. She's
Right.
like, just getting the lantern. She's
Okay.
like, Mommy, the tree's infested.
Oh, she's obviously fine.
No.
No, you're not in trouble.
How many did you kill? How many trees did you save?
They're bad. They're all over the place.
He should be
They
happy.
really...
To add insult to injury, the man who made the call was actually former New Jersey Councilman Gordon Lawshe. Sounds like he needs a good spraying. People around the world were shocked at the April 29th shootout in Charlotte, North Carolina that left 5 people dead. The police were attempting to serve a warrant on 39-year-old Terry Clark Hughes Jr., who opened fire on them, killing 4 U.S. Marshals. This video is from Hughes' next-door neighbor. It shows a team of police taking cover behind a car as shots ring out in the distance. What's truly terrifying is that the innocent neighbor is stuck in the garage and can't get inside. All the while, police and U.S. Marshals are taking and returning fire.
Jimmy, open my door.
You see him? Moving over.
Can you get inside, please?
My key, I gotta go work. It's stuck there. I cannot get in.
You live here?
Yes, sir. Okay, I got my son open door.
Finally, the man's son opens the door and lets him in. But still, this is one of the largest law enforcement tragedies in recent memory. Here's a similar situation happening in Wisconsin. A woman films herself reacting to a police SWAT raid next door. You can just barely hear the police giving commands to the neighbors, ordering them to come out with their hands up.
I have no idea what's going on. I got a voicemail from 911 saying I needed to evacuate. I missed it because I sleep like the dead. Called back and they were like, yeah, no, don't leave your apartment. Please stay inside. I was like, cool.
So I was occasionally peeking through my blinds like a Gladys Kravitz, but I'm not allowed to do that anymore because there's a sniper! And apparently we're both making each other very anxious, so not gonna do that anymore.
Apparently, the girl slept through an order to evacuate, and the police eventually told her just to stay inside.
If they do have me evacuate, I have decided to change my shirt to prove to them that I am not a threat. Just autistic.
The girl makes the best of it, though, and even changes her shirt to one with a pleasant message, which she hopes will prevent her from taking friendly fire.
I'm not trying to open up your door, dude. I'm just at your door.
Okay, how can I help you?
You guys are screaming so loud, the whole neighborhood, 911. The cops are about to call in. I don't want to do that.
We is at our house, lady. Don't you dare come to my house. Go on and get on.
No. I'm not trying to be that.
No. What you doing over here? No. Don't touch my door.
Sweetie, look at
I
me.
don't care. What is y'all doing over here?
Let's end this on a funny note. Here's a woman knocking on her neighbor's door to complain that they're screaming and laughing too loud. The woman is clearly intoxicated, and the neighbor rightly puts her in her place for her insane complaint.
I don't give a fuck who you is. You slurring like that, you ain't now not a criminal offense attorney.
Do your job.
Go ahead.
What is y'all calling the police for?
But why are you calling the police?
Anyway.
Huh? Why she talking about
Because you're yelling by. It doesn't matter. We're not. Hey, hold on. You want to have your hair on the next block?
Mario,
about it. Marielle, hold on, pause.
The confrontation soon escalates, with the entire family, including Grandma, demanding that the woman and her friend leave their property. It's just one more example of what happens when neighbors overstep their bounds with ridiculous problems fueled by alcohol and bad decisions.